Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the Trilogy. I can't believe it. I thought we did it. I thought it was done and we won our fourth case. It should have been over. We proved that Yanni Yogi was the real culprit and the murderer, and that Edgeworth was innocent, at least in that crime. And just as we was about to walk out the door with our heads held high, an objection came in. And of course, you know the rest. If you don't, it was Edgeworth. He's saying, okay, I'm not guilty of this crime, but I'm guilty of another. I killed my father when I was, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something like that. At least he thinks he did. We don't think he did. We're trying to prove that he didn't, and that's pretty much where we are now. Now, we've managed to prove that the gun was fired twice, and we need to prove that it was used in the crime. And I think I know exactly what to do. It's got to be this, right? A bullet hole there, and a bullet hole in his heart. I'm not sure, but I'm about 90%. If this isn't it, then we're in trouble, but let's give it a go. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice, at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honour, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo, of course. Here, right here. That should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honour, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honour. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But, Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Oh no, this isn't good. Where could the second bullet have ended up? Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. Is it highly unlikely? Who was running that case? I mean, no offense to Gumshoe, but he could have easily overlooked it. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defence's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Mayor. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. But no. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Oh, I guess I have an objection. Objection! Your Honor. I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof! Nick! I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Gah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers for Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? We've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realise that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just, if someone took from the scene of the crime, the second bullet, that's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Yeah, the murderer had to find it. But of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Ah, what possible reason could they have had? But, well, okay, I'm thinking here. Do you know what I think? I think the bullet went through the window into his heart. That's the one that killed Gregory Edgeworth. And then the other shot just like cascaded around in the lift and would have been easier to find. So the killer was from outside the lift and shot through. That's what I'm thinking here. The reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... yeah, the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalise you. Oh, wait, what? Ah, this isn't going so well. Okay, we must have got that wrong then. Okay, the murderer had to find it. And then we've done that bit. The murderer was cautious. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken... Oh, wait, shit. Same again? Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, crap. So we must be getting the first bit wrong. The murderer didn't need it? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Oh, had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honour. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to? Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer himself was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yeah. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yeni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Yeah, I believe this. I think the murderer did come from outside. Not sure if it's quite as crazy as they thought. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the elevator murderer outside. Oh, and hits the murderer outside, not the elevator murderer. The elevator was unharmed, you can rest assured. Well, I suppose it did have a hole through its glass. So, okay, so I did get it a bit wrong in my theory. The Miles threw the gun, it blew off, it fired, that's what I'm thinking of. It fired, went through the window and hit the would-be murderer through the window. Then the murderer fired back through the window and into Edgeworth, his dad. But would that mean there's two holes? There should be two holes in the lift window, or did he fire through the same hole? Oh my god! The boy loses consciousness. Oh, he opens the elevator doors. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What do you say? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick! Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Not really. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow! It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. No way, so it's Von Karma who did this. Maybe he took the time off to heal. Yeah, what if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honour. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? I don't know. Why not? Your Honour, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Oh, my hands are shaking. V what? Von Karma. Von Karma? Let's go! Come on! Oh god, I'm too excited. You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why honour this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Oh, Nick. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Oh, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Maybe we can. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... It's gotta be this, right? It has to be this. Come on, I can't even wait, I need to see it. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. The bullet is inside him, I'm sorry, I don't know if you probably do know that already, but it's gotta be inside him. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, look at him sweating, he's dripping. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Your Honour, the defence requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you would submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Literally, like he got shot in the crime. That didn't quite come off, but... Beep! Beep, mother trucker, there we go. Reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so, I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. But, Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have my proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Oh, what is it? What is it? I don't know what this is. Okay, it's got to be something to do with the bullet. Still bears clear ballistic markings. It's got to be the DL6 bullet somehow, but I don't know how it could be that. So that probably means it's got to be wrong. We checked this, we've relied on this so many times. One bullet was found in his heart, the murder weapon was fired twice, okay. No, maybe it's not that. That's from the crime we've already solved. Found in the victim's body, the ballistic markings match the murder weapon's barrel. It's gotta be... I don't know. I don't know at all. Fired 3 times. But that's... We're on a different gun now, right? I'm so confused. Let me try and present this. I'm not sure it's gonna work. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? Oh, looks like we've done it. Hell yes. This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyse both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon, that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Oh, no. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Wow. Look at him go. War Guru? What does that mean? That scream. Oh, that's the scream he heard. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Whoa! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you? You and your father are my curse. Oh, mind your head! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! Oh my god, he unravelled. He completely lost it. 15 years earlier. Oh, I can't believe he was banging his head so much. Maybe that's got something to do with his sort of unhingedness. It can't be good for you, killing all them brain cells at once. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Well, Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalised. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalised? Oh, this is Edgeworth. This is Von Karma, is it? Me? Penalised? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. But very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty once again. Woo! Here we go. Let that confetti drop. Dance in it even. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh my god. We're out. It's over. So it's going to be Von Karma taking the fall for that, right? Nick! Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looks even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I've got to say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. The thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you £1, pal. And tonight, this party, dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah? Well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? It's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over! Nick! My life is over! What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kian's. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Reggie. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly. Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No! Larry! It was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really? Right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think your statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Ah. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up so easily too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all! Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Did we get to see the photo Lotta took? December 29th, oh, 5 AM. That's so early. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 AM. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So, I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Oh, Maya, I actually feel really emotional that she's going. Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountain have already left. To the station. But you've got to say goodbye in person. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Mayor. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Wait, what? We do? I got no evidence. She done nothing. I ain't got a clue here. Why are you coming at me like this? A picture of her mum, maybe, as a guess. Huh? Sorry, Nick. I guess I don't understand. Uh oh, now I think about it. Okay. It's okay. You don't have to try and cheer me up. But one day I'll come back and be useful. I promise. Wait, no. Have we fucked it up? Could we have made her stay? No. No. See you soon, Maya. Oh, I feel like I'm really messed up. Oh, goodbye, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so, my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Ah! Don't you think you've graduated yet, amateur? Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honour. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We did it! We beat the first game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. What's up, Gummy? Hey, pal. It's Ezra came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo! Detective Gum shoo! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Oh, God, I'm full of emotion. I was not expecting the game to hit me this hard. It's the music that really gets me. Huh? Nick? No, I haven't seen him lately. Who? Me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call her. Cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, Larry, what will you learn? I'm kicking myself that we didn't show the right evidence to Maya. Could we have got her to stay and got a better ending? You know we could have. Oh, this dude. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. He was the defense attorney from the very first trial, right? But my God, this is good because there's still 2 more games in this trilogy to play through. So, it's only just started. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. But I can't remember all the voices we did for these characters. Who else are we going to see? I can't believe how fun they've made a game like this. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. But how can like a courtroom visual story game like this be so fun? It's incredible, it really is. I can't believe I'm so late to the party. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? But I'm not buying it. He can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally... Oh God, I can't keep up with that. Oh, bag, you big sack. Get out of here. So I think this came out in like 2000. So I'm almost 20 years late to this. Oh man. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Oh, Will, I remember you, dude. Did kind of forget about you as soon as we made you innocent, but that's because we went into our toughest case yet after that, so we forgot about a lot while we were trying to defend Edgeworth. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? God, I'm going to have to Google, or you can leave it in the comments below, whether you can make Maya stay. I reckon you can. Don't know what the evidence would have been. Right? Who's there? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Oh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Cody, you don't even remember Phoenix? That sucks, dude. How comes quite a few people don't remember him? That's not good. I guess we're not doing it to be remembered, but still, a bit of gratification. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I've been training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Whoa, as a ghost, so was it Mia? It has to be Mia. Please let us see the photo. I think how many more characters there are. There we go. Yeah, it's Mia. Well, he's a gumshoe, just carries around a bowl of confetti. Well, that picture makes my heart swell. Fuck, that's so good. Holy fuck! Brand new episode has been added! No! Wait, I don't want to start it yet. Rise from the ashes. Yes, I'll save. Of course I'll save. But my god. Hold it. It's not over. This is still the first Phoenix Wright game. Let me just save here. Oh my god, okay. Well, we're going to end it there because we've overrun. But that was a really nice credit sequence. This might sound very rude of me because it's no disrespect to game developers or people who work hard in these games. But I never really sit through the credits. And that sounds awful to say. But I really enjoyed sitting through that. And, I mean, they interspersed it with the dialogue, which was really good. And we saw the photo at the end. But we'll leave this episode there because that was a mad 45 minutes. I need a moment to get my breath. But I don't think that's the end of the first Phoenix Wright game. Looks like there's a fifth case. Didn't catch its name. It's like Ash or something. But my god, can you believe it? Of course you can. It's Phoenix Wright. If you've got any questions about the race, or if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like on this one. It does help me out so much. Want to see more? We'll carry on. See what absolute... Oh, it's called Rise from the Ashes. It's right there. We'll play Rise from the Ashes and see what's in store. Please go subscribe. And as I said at the beginning, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Alright? See you!